What's the deal? What's the deal, gang? Right? We're like, because we're a little gang. We're a posse. The Wix posse. I like how like 200 of you gathered before the show started. That's awesome. And now, right? The main event of the evening. We can have a little goat introduction here. No, we're gonna save that for the 23-minute time frame. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I'm glad to be back here.
Introducing the star of our show.
Wix now. What up, Jonas? I see you. Appreciate you for showing up on time, bright and early. Shit. What's up? What's up? What's up, Zoom gang? All right. Wix posse. Karen, Bougie, what's going on? Hold on. Are things prepared for me? Did the office get ready for me? Did they set up my office? Oh, perfect. They did. The office has everything it needs. This office comes with a little dummy vape. And with a little J. Yeah, perfect for streaming. Wow, this room filled up really quickly. Tino was here in like the first 3 seconds and dipped on us. All right, welcome back, Tino. All right, hold on, let me finish setting things up. Oh, let me get rid of those buys from yesterday for session trades. So people don't think they missed some shit. All right, and then we'll get into a breakdown. Let's get into a breakdown, actually, right the fuck now. News, no news. Let's get over here to the daily. Daily has broken down. Look, yesterday we closed no bottom wick, but this daily still flipped and drove. So we broke down, but we closed. It looks like there's some range there. Think so? I think not. Well, there is to the bottom wick, but look at this level here. We rejected this area a few times. So, this daily area here. Jump down to the 1. I think because we closed daily at a support, we have a high chance of coming up after retesting these lows. So this is our hourly range. Here, hold on. Go back on the hourly. Scroll left. Oh, sorry. Hold on, gang. I gotta do daddy duties. Hold on. My kids are calling me. Give me 1 sec. All right, my bad. I got daddy duty tonight, and she couldn't get out of the bathroom. It's like, help me out of here, the baby. So I heard her yelling through my headphones. Mama. All right, where were we? Drawing up our levels, right? The hourly. So we tend to reject here and drive up. And if we are to come down, where can we come down from? Okay. Yeah, see, right across the board here. All right, so let's go over this again. If we are to come down here, there's a couple of areas we can reject from, and to reject from, there's a couple. Music too loud in my ear. All right, if we're gonna come down here, we're gonna need to grab some liquidity and form resistance. And there's a couple of areas where we can form that resistance. We can form resistance right here, right, and reject off of there, or we can come up here to 1900 areas and reject off of there. So we're gonna look to see if the market can retest the lows here at 1886, where it's made lows earlier today. And if we can retest that area, we're going to look for buys to continue up. But if we start forming a rejection here in the next hourly candle, right, and if we can have the 4 hour start flipping it, because it might not, it might just continue driving up, and if it continues driving up, we're gonna look for the market to retest these lows before it does that at 1886, 87 area. But if it just continues driving up, some closures above 1891 here, 1892 actually, 1891.99. And closures that stay above there, not just the closure above there, but then candles have to stay above there. Then we can look for positions, for buy positions. So we'll look for something to close above here, show us that we're gonna respect this area right here at 1892 flat. And if we can see a respect of that, then I'll look for positions on these bottom wicks as we come down to continue up here. All right, so this would be ideal if we never come back to this area. But I would like us to come back down and retest the lows before driving up. All right, so we're at this area of interest. Let's see how the market prints here. We're gonna need, we can't have any any positions when the market hasn't shown us if it's respecting an area or not, right? We've closed below this resistance right now, but we're driving bullish with no sign of stopping yet. We just haven't gotten there yet. We're gonna have to see the hourly or the 30 start closing bearish or breaking previous candle lows. Until then, we're just waiting for the market to get to these areas. Here's what I see. I see this. You guys see it too. Rejection here. Rejection here. This is the area we're coming. Whoops. Right here. Right here. And this is the area we're coming to right now. Right. Let's see if we can get a steep top wick and back down in range here. There's so many different ways this could print. We can start getting closures above and come back in range, but the idea is the higher time frame has to show us that it's respecting this area. I wouldn't even mind closing doji as long as we can wick up into the 1892 areas. We can spend the night in this range as well, right? We can reject here and we can just spend the night bouncing off here from 1892 to 1885, but you have to realize this is 70 motherfucking pips. Right, so we can take advantage of it for sure. We'll drop down to the 5. We'll see certain levels being respected, and if we see us coming back here below into this area, right? Because this is, if anything, this would be the beginning of the motion playing out here, and just the first leg of it. But in this area, and we're gonna need to still drive up here, right? And then we're gonna need to back in this range, and we're gonna need to wick up into here and then break down. We're gonna look for these entries to come down. The candles don't have to print like this. There's many different ways they can print. They can print like this on the higher time frame, right? They can print like, wait, they can't be see-through, but they can print like this. Might get this, right? There's many different ways these candles can print. You might get a doji candle here, just forming like this. Yeah, so you close like that, and then we'll start if as long as we're respecting this area here, then you start looking for wicks up to continue down. So maybe a 30 or a 15 could start printing like this. Oh, too much. Right, we could have the 30 print like this. I'm gonna look for a bottom wick a top wick on the next 30, and then a drive down. Right, something along the lines of like this, and we'll look. And the reason I'm gonna be taking these entries on these wicks so confidently is because these are gonna be smaller time frame entries with the higher time frame always showing us that it's found the resistance and it's going to respect it, either this or this, wherever it is. So let's just wait. Let's wait for these candles to start printing in our direction. And if we're going to start closing above 1892 here, we'll see if we can turn that into a support. Because I have a hard time believing we're going to break 1885 tonight, but we can definitely start the drive there, towards there. Wicks, have you noticed double tops or bottoms when we're close support, resistance, decay, rejection? You'll get those on every time frame, right? And then as you go up in time frames, those double bottoms, double tops, they look like a single candle close, or they look like a bottom wick of a candle, right? Or a top wick of a candle. But every time frame we do that as you go up. But some people call it double bottom. I just understand the fact it's not what you call it, right? You got to understand what it's doing, right? And it's filling the range, and it's retesting a low or retesting a high. Gold tends to do that quite often. Right? That's what makes it so technical. It repeats in its movement over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Doji candle depends how it prints, because there's a lot of information. What a doji candle is just a range. It's basically formed a range. You top wick and the bottom of a candle, right? Wicks of candles are just smaller time frame ranges, and if you get like an hourly doji, that's just a range from the top wick to the bottom wick, top of the wick to the bottom of the wick. Which means a lot of indecision, but then you have to drop down to the small time frame and see how that indecision formed. Anyway, chat, drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on notifications. This way you know when we're on. And thank you for showing up tonight. Should be an interesting stream. There's volume. Asian session with the volumes. You know what I'm about to do right now. Using every guess. Told Told you guys you'd never guess. That ain't it, Chief. Oh, wait, am I doing this backwards? No, I'm not. I did it right. I had to light some incense in here. The Tooth Fairy come? Hell yeah, the Tooth Fairy came. Her reaction was priceless. She was like, well, where's the car keys? Her ass thought she was getting the car. Psych! Hope you threw her 5. 5 and an apple. Well, flavor vape, it says Cosmic Blast, which it's got a picture of a raspberry, a peach, and a lime. Raspberry, peach, lime. I couldn't tell if it was a lime or a zucchini, but it's a lime. Wait, I'm tweaking. LOL. Yeah, bro. I see you typing. What I don't want is I don't want to break this area and arrange the rest of the session, but we'll see. Alright, close bearish here. The 15 and broke straight up. This is going to be interesting how this 4-hour closes. So you're having, look, you got a 30 close. 30 might close with, ooh, this is interesting too. 30 might close with no top wick here. So here's the thing. In this case, and because the hourly is printing like this and the 4 hours really bullish, I can't take the 30 top wick here, right? We need, the market needs to turn around somehow. So 30, yeah. I was gonna say 30 closes with no top wick. A lot of times you'd wait for the top wick into this area and take sells, but there's a high chance we can come up here because of the hourly and the 4 hour still driving. So if we're to come up here, we'll start seeing closures below. If we're to come back down, retest this area, no biggie. It's going to give us an indication. It's the candles are not going to drive down in one candle. If they do, they'll come back and give us a chance to re-enter, which will be your double top on a small time frame, as you guys like to say. But all it is just a retest of the high it makes on that time frame. Strong resistance. I don't know if this is the resistance here yet, because on the higher time frame, really, we should come up and retest 1900 area, right? The thing is, to get all the way to 1900, I believe we're gonna have to reject here at 1891, come back down, retest the lows, and then come back up to 1900. So if that's to happen, then why don't we take the sells to the area where it should have? So right, we feel like we need to come up here. In order to get there, we're going to 1885. So why don't we try to see if we can get to 1885 somehow? ATL Highway 85. Damn, dog. What mile? Hello from Romania? Nice. So you're looking for sells. I'm looking for both. I'm looking to see how we react at 1892 here. What'd you hit gym today? Chat. I haven't been to the gym since Monday. I went Monday and I have not been back since. It's been 3 just fucking dragging days. 3 days of disappointment in myself. Not because I can't make it. I had so much shit to do that it's like, the fuck? Why is the voice so low? It's not. Finishing at the gym right now. I had a crazy migraine all day. I just took some Motrin before hopping on stream here. Tin Man still buying gold, I guess. I don't even know what that is. Hey, Oman. Bro, you and Jim are synonym, yeah, but I have a lot of shit to do as well. I always try to get into the gym at least before the stream starts, yeah, but the last few days have been tough. Motherfuckers don't need the gym. Me, I like the gym. I always feel like more people show up when I show up, right? I feel like the gym's empty, but whenever I show up, like everyone's like, "Oh shit, he's there. Let's go." Because then the whole crowd always shows up. I always feel like that when I go to like a restaurant that's empty and I sit down, like right, if they got like a street view or something, and I sit down, I know I'm the reason other people are coming in. They're not gonna sit down because it was fucking empty. There was no one sitting there. But as soon as I sit down, people are like, "Oh shit, he's eating there. I'm gonna eat there too." It's human nature. Yes, I just start the trend. I didn't walk by because it was empty. I went to sit down because it was empty. Most people will walk by because it's empty because they want other people to be there. Do you ever not input a stop loss in your trades? Yeah, right now I don't have a stop loss. But I also don't have a trade right now. No, like it's very seldom, it's rare that I forget to put something in. It's the first thing I do. When I enter a trade, first thing I do is put a stop in there. And then I'll put down the TP. You know, lately, honestly, I put my stops for you guys, but I've been closing everything out manually. Since it reached 1892, now it should drop to 1889 or something before breaking 1893. Ideally, yes. Might not. A lot's gonna, like I said, a lot's gonna depend on this 4-hour closure. We're probably not gonna get a position here before the 4-hour close. Before the hourly close, so I think we have about another 23 minutes of waiting. Hey, 23 minutes of waiting. Let's check the 23-minute time frame. Let's go to telling us the same thing here. Uh-oh, what's up? How are you? Oh, you can't find your phone? Well, whose fault is that? Did you get jacked by your sisters on your way to this room? No? You sure? Are they paying you not to rat them out? Do I need to grab the bat? The belt? No, nothing? Let's go talk to your sisters. Let's figure it out. Chat, give me 1 sec. We're waiting anyway. We're probably gonna be waiting here for the 4-hour close. Give me 2 minutes. I gotta figure out where the 4-year-old's phone is. You're 4 now. It's crazy. I'm gonna need you to go back to 2. All right, give me 1 sec, chat. Hold on. I'm gonna call Joe Pesci. He's gonna take care of everybody. 23 been a minute? Yeah. Did you know 1892 was the year Ellis Island started accepting immigrants? Yeah, I went through it. You didn't even seen that show about me on the History Channel? At my age, I still don't have a phone. Get one. We need higher time frame closures, chat, and the way it's looking like, the 30 and the 1 are all closing above here. I'm gonna wait for a 4-hour close, see if it's gonna respect this area or close above it, because if it's coming up in 19 minutes, we might as well utilize the information that it's gonna provide. Whether it closes with no top wick, whether it closes below 1892.2, or if it closes above and with a top wick, and then we can just look for a bottom wick on the next hourly, like this, so we can look for positions to come up. Capiche? Perfect.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
That was you on Ancient Aliens? Who, the guy with the fucking big head? Like George Tsoukalos, or whatever his name is, the fucking crazy hair guy. Yo, I love him. I love that. Well, to them, they could only describe this as a god riding a chariot. But in reality, it was fucking aliens. The guy's crazy. I love him. I believe him. Yeah, History Channel should give me a show. What would we do it on though, right? MT4? Ancient trading mechanisms. MetaTrader 4. It was ahead of its time when it first dropped back in the 1900s. Yeah. Ancient Sumerians? What about those ancient Wixicans? The flying Rasta Pip anomaly. It's not a crazy question, Ahmed. Yes, slippage can happen in that situation, yes. Gold on 4-hour and 30-minute closes below the zone. Would you take a sell or wait for some other confirmation? I'd wait for the 5 to start showing me a rejection. But I don't know, and I don't think we're going to respect. We'll see. We'll see here in 15 minutes. The last 15 of the 4-hour. I believe the way it's printing here, we might come up. If it closes below, it would be an onion entry, but then it would be too easy for you to recognize if it just closes below here on the hourly. It would be too simple. The market wouldn't make it that simple. It would tell you, hey, look, I'm closing below. It's simple, and then it'll fuck you. That's just to lure you in. So there's a lot more things that still need to print before an onion is considered here. Bearish upon bearish upon bearish needs to print. I mean, One time frame after the other after the other. The market hates simplicity. No, the market loves everyone who thinks it's simple. It's easy. There's many things need to have to create an onion, and then after that, it's still not an entry on the onion. It's just the way it's setting up. Had to get that Zaza. Oh yeah. That chronically hitting. Like we just got an onion 4 hour closing. Like I feel like the 4 hour closing with no top wick here. This is how good to join it. It's a 4 hour with no top wick type of join. Oh, was I breaking up? I was too far away from the mic. I was outside. My bad. How about now? Oh, fuck, you got me. Damn it. Fucker got me.
That's because I'm green, isn't it?
90% sure he likes indica. Sativa in the morning, indica at night. That's the way we like to fight.
Boom shakalaka! He's on fire!
Gotcha. What is a celery? Is that even a real thing or is that slang for sell? No. It's like that guy that called Don, left him a message. Bro, what is a cell replay? A cell replay? I'm trying to figure out. Cell replay is just a bearish candle breaking a bullish candle at a resistance, or a bullish candle breaking a bearish candle at a support. Hold on. My joint's calling me. Smoking? All right. Me and my siblings hang out on Discord and smoke bowls and game. I heard Wick said smoking, and I was like, oh shit. Wait, I don't have a bowl pack. Or get your shit. We missed that move. Yes. Well, how come you didn't trade from $1 to $18.90 then? You missed all that shit too. Back when the shit was $1. Remember? It was just recently. Yeah. I can't even go down that far. Remember when that shit was $1? You don't even remember that word. It happened, I promise you. Yo, what is this red box doing here? Get off my screen. Gotta remember, there's no such thing as we missed. There's stuff that you can lock in on and then miss and not take it, or stuff you're not paying attention to and not looking for a position, and you don't miss anything. But it's you and you alone, and me alone, and every other trader here, them alone. Because when I do my withdrawals and go to the bank, there's no we. Right? Me and my pet rock, we love long romantic walks to the bank. It's our favorite pastime, long romantic fucking walks to the bank. I love the romance. Was Hananan. The issue here is if it is buys, it might take a little longer to set up here for buys than it would for sells, because with the sells is a rejection, but for some buys here, I think we're going to need to see a couple of candles print to establish 1892 here as a support. Because if it just keeps driving, then you know what? God bless these candles, but I just won't be in it. Decent area of rejection. Let me go back here. See if hourly's had ranges here. Yeah, this is a good support area. Let's see if we can establish this as a support. Let's see, at this point it shouldn't. The nuance of whether we came from 1900s to 1893 or whether we came from 1880 to 1893 shouldn't concern you. What should concern you is we're at this level right now, and how is it going to react at this level. This could be, look, on the hourly, this could be a zucchini, right? We can just, this just prints you the motion here, right? established a level. We got a smaller time frame breakdown on a higher time frame. This held, and then you're back into this range now. Now, if you get a bearish, or actually it doesn't matter, a bearish or a bullish candle, something like this, right? The next candle, you could see that we're still respecting this, because if we weren't respecting this, this candle will close like this, and we'd head down in range. But it's not doing that. Well, it hasn't done it yet, but I'm saying in this example, it's not doing that. So if it doesn't do that and it closes like this, we will look for bottom wicks coming down here and enter for a buy somewhere on a bottom wick, somewhere in these areas. This would also be interesting because it would sort of come back to retest the lows area, but we have to see how it would play out here first. Like, I can't guess. I can have expectations of what price would look like if the price levels that I want to be hit. Because I'm not looking at this exactly in terms of candles printing. I'm looking at this in terms of what price levels have we hit and in what order, how have we hit them. So we can definitely drive off of 1892.32. We're obligated to wait here. All right, less than a minute. What do we have here? 50 seconds. Let's see. 4 hour might close above. We still have an hour of decent volume here. We should technically see a pretty steep wick down here. We should a steep wick down, meaning we should see a clear indication on the higher time frame if this is going to respect. If 1892 will form support, and we'll start wicking below it. Okay, you want the 5-minute candles to still come down here, right? You want to see something that, like, yeah, you're not gonna head down there. All of this, right? As long as this is happening, right? All of this is just a bottom wick from whoops. From here, from 94 to 90, 91 area, this would just be a bottom wick on the higher time frame, right? You go on the hourly, that's just going to be the hourly flip here. And you want the bottom wick of this hourly flip. See how you would have respect to this area. You had the motion play out, came back up here. Right, just your zucchinis right here with an entry here to come up. If this can all print here, then this would be ideal. So the 4 hours closed above. Close. Closed above the most recent, right? Overall, let's see how we print. See, it closed above and with a top wick. Once again, you see how closed at this area, wick down, didn't break it, wick down, didn't break it, never broke it. This candle broke these few previous candle lows here, tapped this area, came back up, and then it dropped it. So I want something like this. I don't want it in all those candles. We're not gonna. And the thing is, this was out of market probably volume. So what time was this? Oh, that's after stream yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Thursday. What? 1? So yeah, this was pre-London, after Asian pre-London. That's what it was. But during volume times, you know, market should run. This ain't it, chat. Say no bottom wick for a 4 hour. We're going to need to establish another support, whether we come back down to 1885, 88 areas, or whether we find support at 1892. We need to find a support to drive up off of. Doesn't find that support, we have no entry to come up. We're going to look for sells once we get to 19.5, 1900.5. We about to make a range in those area rejection at 1894.95 wick entry. No? Oh, that's earlier. Which session is your favorite? I do the best in the New York session. You know, I get a lot more position. I got like 2 or 3 times the amount of positions in New York that I do in Asia. Fucking skillful. He about to be dinner. No, he ain't gonna be dinner, but he gonna get clapped. The support to confirm that the support is to grab liquidity to drive up off of, right? Not that we're not gonna range or just, you know, kind of like this, right? You don't want this. You want one candle. So if we grab liquidity, I would expect that to be, you know, once we start breaking out, I would expect to drive. See at these areas what it does? Rejects, taps 92, comes up. So see if we can do something similar, right? Tap this area, come down, tap this and come up. So very interesting. It would be interesting if we get a higher time frame closure here with no bottom wick. A 15 or a 30 even with no bottom wick. Preferably somewhere above 1892. But then even just somewhere around it, even a little bit below it. It would be very interesting. How about now? Is my mic good? Is it bugging out? All right, perfect. So this could be us creating the hourly bottom wick here. And we're gonna need to see a support established. We don't see a support established, we come back down in range. Maybe we might have a chance to trade this. But for now, the way the 4-hour closed especially, I would look for a support to be established there. Damn. I forgot about that sound.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
Not a banger by your boy Harris Seller. This is daily. Just nope. Coming back up. Be interesting if this daily never flips. Then tomorrow. Oh wait, there is no tomorrow. Because when this daily closes, it's the weekend. What's the weekly looking like? You might close at a weekly support here. Might come up next week for a little bit. For a few days. Is that it? At the bottom wick? I'm not gonna have any positions here. No counter trend, we're still bearish. Yeah, we're bearish, but that doesn't mean that this session will necessarily drive down. Let's see what we can take advantage of here in the 2 hours that we have, or in the less than an hour that we have left. Just smoked the pound and caught 13s. Nice. I bought a pound, break it down, and put it in a stogie. Straight cheese, Lysedra. Said. Call you said. Or nah, I call you Lysedra. Said, right? I figure that's what they call you. Because if I was on the block or if I was from around the way, I would call you said. Mama ain't sugarcoat shit. Mama, boy, if I tell you your ass is adopted, you be going home crying. What? Why nobody donates money to you? I don't know. You want to solve that problem? We do the petty donation game here. We do the 99 cents. No, they started off at like $2 and then they go backwards. They go to $1.99, $1.98. Somebody called Travis. He needs to talk. He had shit to say. I like Travis because he used to pay per sentence. Tino's going to start off the petty donations. Appreciate you. Do I hear 198? 198. Oh, $1.98. Do I hear $1.98 right now? Who can out petty Tino tonight? Hey, 198 from John Nez. Beautiful. He ain't letting this go. Do I hear 197? We go backwards here. $190 going once. Wicks concentrate. Funny me up, baby, concentrate. Started the donation trail, so thank me. $2.99. You're going the wrong way, bro. You went up in the dono. Started the donation trail, so thank me. That's crazy. We'll split it. We'll split it later. Me, you, and YouTube. Nice. Mango in the lead right now with a $1.69. Eamon said we're not playing games anymore. We're under $1. Let's see who can do 98 cents right now. First one to 0 wins. At the end of this game, all of chat are winners. I will donate you a rupee. Wix, take a look at BTC. Interesting.
How about new?
777. Danny Williams, appreciate you. You the main event. Yes. Thank you. 777s. 7s from Daniel. D-Dub. Hello. That's a funny hello right there. That's one of those sprained finger in basketball type of hellos. When you got to tape up these two fingers. It's the worst. Hey, we got $1 from Toby the Brave. Beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate you. Everyone in on the petty donuts tonight. Yeah, we're having an hourly flip, but there's no entry for me here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Final. Aliens. Hello, I knew it. Yeah. That's how I got to the History Channel. Four-hour bearish pattern, daily top wick to 1895. Yeah, possibly. I mean, we can reject there, but go to our hourly. I think once we're above here, I'm gonna look to come up to 1900. That's gonna be my level. I think 1900 is a lot more likely. What happened? I used to be able to do 18 to 20 pull-ups. I still do, but used to too. Did I hear bench? Yes. I bench my weight, chat. That's what, and it's not my PR. I just, like, that's what, when I get to the bench press, by my 4th set, I'm doing my body weight. Doing a little more. I weigh 170. I bench like 180 when I'm doing my last set. But if I came in and just started benching, oh, it's probably over 200. I'm sure I'd be doing like 225 or something. But I've never tried. I've never tried to max fucking PR, bench, or anything. I'm not big. I think my chest is the smallest, is the part that I've developed least out of all the muscles. Like, I think it's arms, shoulders, back, like back, legs, chest. What, kilos? Are you nuts? No, pounds. Eat some chicken. That's a good idea. I just had some chicken. Weight 147 pounds, 17 years old, 6 feet tall. So when I was 17 years old, I was 120 max. Well, when I was like 25, I was like 140, and then when I started going to the gym, I was tiny. I was skinny. And when I started going to the gym, at first, it was like actually dedicated. Within the first 3 months, I picked up like 35 pounds. Yeah, I was definitely skinnier than you, Tino. Now I'm a $170, and my peak I was a $182, and like a lot more ripped than I am right now. But then I had a lot more time to go to the gym. Right now, like you see, I missed 3 days. I'd go to the gym for like weeks in a row. 2-3 weeks in a row, and then I'll miss like 3-4 days because I just have overwhelming amount of shit to do. And on top of that, I got 3 daughters. You dig? Will I make another kid? Will I make more people? Might make more of my own people. My people love me. So I might make more of my people. Why going up? What's the change? What's the prediction? There's no prediction. We're not predicting anything here. I'm just playing probabilities, but I needed to come back here. Maybe come back. Needed to come back to 1892 areas. We might get that. What are we expecting? No, I think I'm more on the buy side, but we need to come down to find a support because of the way the 4-hour closed. Here, back above the range here. I'm gonna expect. So you see what happened here before it drove up here last time, right? You see how we got a close above here on support. I know it found a support here, but same thing, we need to find a support here. Once we find a support, we're gonna look for this type of candle, something to break the lows, wick down here, because we want this wick entry to fill the range. And why do we want that wick entry? Because if we enter here and we are wrong and the market drives down bearish, right? When it comes back bearish here, it's going to need to make a top wick, right? And it'll give us a chance to mitigate our risk and exit the trade. So if this here ends up printing like that and we were wrong, the next candle should make a top wick, we get out, and then the market can go. All right, now have a drink and a dance and enjoy the session. Yeehaw! Where the Cowboys at? Perfect. That was some high quality cannabis. Why can't I make this music perfectly low? Perfectly low. There you go. Gotta get the screen time in. User shot. The 4 hour hasn't closed because your broker is on a different rollover time. So your broker works on a different time zone, basically, in a different time zone, which means all your candles are still the same except the 4 hour. Everything under the 4 hour will still be the same. Where's your money? Yo, we made a whopping $20.11. Half of that going to YouTube. Ballin'. Serious chat, look. Yeah. Where's my 5? Oh man. There's nothing to do here. Chat, everyone wants to hear some shit. I'm trying to keep you away from trading. I'm trying to fucking do my best to let you ignore what's happening on the charts right now. Because this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. If it wants to keep driving, let it. I'm going to wait for it to establish a support and give me an indication, hey, it's your time to hop on. Let's go. That's your psychology tip. Stop trying to look for a trade where there is one. Trying to keep you away from this. I don't know. It's just as important knowing when to stay out of a trade as it is knowing when to enter. %. No wonder you pulling like a bitch. Oh, thank you, Nathan. You know what? That was one of the reasons I actually popped that on screen so I could hear some comments on that. I really wanted comments. I'm serious. I really wanted to see what people would say. Should it be in gaming? Should it be in... I don't feel like it should be in finance because I'm not giving you finance advice, right? I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not doing anything. No advice here. This is all educational material, YouTube. You guys just get an insight, right? An inside look behind the scenes to what I do. What do you think? 1896.7. Yeah, but it's on the 5 maybe, but I'm looking for us, right? There's an area, there's a level here, but we'll see. We'll see. The way the higher time frames have printed here, I really look. It's just clean traffic up and down on the higher time frames. So even if we see some play here on the smaller time frames, I still expect us to tap 1900. Are we going to tap it with just one straight drive there? If we do, I'm not going to have an entry. And it'll be the first day this week that we won't have an entry in Asian session. And all that's happening is just 4 out of the 5 days we had a W. And one day we don't get a trade. But I need this to print the way I need it to print, not the way, you know, not where I can settle for something, but where I can be confident in a position. I'm not trying to settle, right? we're waiting this long for high quality to make a high quality decision, right? How disappointed would you be in yourself after waiting for such a long time, and then just because you're impatient or impulsive, you don't make a high quality decision? It 9 out of 10 times it's going to end up burning you. It's going to cost you. Right? Great, that one time you would have won, and it would have motivated you to do it all those other times, those 9 times where you would lose. Why? Like, even a win here on this position would be bad because it's going to force you, it's going to incentivize you to take this more often, and then you're going to end up losing 9 out of 10. questions are those, Jarrett?
Think about that. That's just dumb.
Need that dude. What do you mean? This would have been a breakout. We would have utilized it. I told you, I just needed a steeper wick into 1891 areas. We would have had a wick. Right? Couple of things. We seen this come out and do this. Right? And then maybe we seen this candle do that. I would have entered right here. Simple. The prices. I told you, it's not really everything about how candles print. It's about what price points we tap. Right? And I really needed these price points to be tapped like that. If that happened, we would have been on this candle on the bottom wick, and then the rest would have been 30 pips here, 32. So, but we would have needed that liquidity grab, and we probably would have been a lot more, because if it did that, it would have been much more likely than it would have drove to fill the range. But you see, we're coming back here now. So this, I guess, is not the hourly that drives. 4 hour might start heading back down below here. We don't know if it will, right? It might, and if it starts doing that, the 1 hour will get a chance to come here and make a decision. Remember what I said like an hour ago? We don't want this area to break, because if it breaks, it might just range like this did, right? Like we had before, like all this. I pointed this out earlier. We break into here, we have this silliness over here, right? And you want to be a silly goose and enter here, or do you want to wait to see that support is formed and you're grabbing liquidity to drive up? I've had positions before news a few times, and I was break even for the news. Typically, I'd like, if I'm in profits and news haven't played out yet, I like to close out before it hits. Depending on the entries, also depending where my entries are, what position I'm in before news. Very rare, very rare. I don't think about those things because they're so rare. It's typically a reaction to the news. It's very rare that we get stuck in a position before news. it's never on purpose. Every position taken before news is always, ideally, the goal is to be out before the news happens. But I think the way we're trading right now, there's going to come a point where we're going to be in positions before news, expecting it to drive fundamentally, and with the price action lining up, we might have some really good entries before the news, where stops, and risk is going to be so minimal that it's just going to be worth it for the big news drive. That's the way it's heading. You guys don't see it yet, but like, we can tell how it's going to happen already. It just needs to be optimized before it's brought to the masses. Are you looking for sell yesterday? No. Today. Right now, I'm looking for a position. How would you determine the best support if you had two support lines? When in doubt, zoom out. Go to the higher time frames. I mean, what else is there? Got a nice sell setup on GJ. I don't trade GJ. 15-minute looking up. Okay. What is that telling? That's nuts. I agree. It is. All right. So where's this really brilliant stuff I need to read? I think I'm pretty much reading everything. And there's a picture of a bunch of pineapples. There's 5 pineapples on the screen. Pineapple to the 5th power. You have your own signal channel. Subscribe to Don's Signals. Please go subscribe to Don's Signals. If you're looking for signals, there's nobody better, and I think the entire industry knows it now, that there's just nobody better. I think the entire industry, from whoever they are, whatever, type of guru they are, everyone has come to accept that that's just number one dude for signals. Just the in-depthness is just... But then you also have to be trading on your own, show up here to the streams, and you have to be in tune with what we're doing to be able to take advantage of it. But a signal seems mostly on streams only. It can't seem like that because you wouldn't know. You're not in the signals. question. What is happening when Don has 60 pip losses? It's just misnalization, I guess. I don't know. You should really explain how you anticipate price action using previous candle movement in depth. I did. I spent the first 30 minutes, hour, like what I'm looking for, how I want candles to print, why, and it's just time. You have specific questions? I want us to come down here and show and give me some kind of like notification, like a knock, right, on my senses to let me know, hey, we're gonna support this and we're not gonna head down any further. We're gonna head up. And there's a few things that can tell me that, right? You can clearly see an established support here, right, across the board, right? You can see that the market is holding here, right? You can see that it's holding here. You can see that it held right there. So let's see the market hold here so we can do this thing, right? Just be patient. If it doesn't give us that, it doesn't give us that here. That's what I need in order to make a decision how I'm gonna enter here. I'm not in a trade. I'm waiting for position. We got 13 minutes left in this hourly. This hourly's gone nowhere. You thought it was going to make a bottom wick and drive. It made a bottom wick and kind of respected here. Hanging around. Yo, I ain't got your $5, dog. YouTube got it. Yesterday went all the way to TP. Yeah, I know. We saw it this morning. Wix, tell me what you think about GA as straight up fire buy right now.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Just being honest. You expect a bearish continuation, or we could break 1900 and head higher. I think the way the daily closed at support, we should come back down, retest these lows at 1885, and then make a decision. One inevitable thing here is after we come up to 1900, we will come back and retest these lows here at 1892, and then before going up. All right, this is interesting here, chat, because I don't know if this happens here in the next hour, next 30, and next 15. I mean, we got about 10-15 minutes left on the stream, but this is good. So if this played out on the small time frame, great, we would have taken advantage of it, but we want this to close above here. We want this. Right, it's good that it's flipping now, but we wanted it to close bearish, and we want a wick below here before the hourly close, ideally. Right, you want this to happen. This would be ideal, especially if this hourly closes with no bottom wick. All you're gonna do is wait on that bottom wick on the next hourly, and if it respects this area here, the next hourly bottom wick, anywhere in this wick would be a good buy. You'll be heading up. But if it doesn't, if this candle here, right, doesn't close like that, then you're gonna be stuck, I think, in this range here for a little while. For a few more candles, at least till like pre-London. A little while means like another hour or two, hour and a half. Or I mean, it might trickle up, right? But it's not gonna drive. So we need those things to happen. This kind of liquidity grab would be ideal. For that to happen, though, you have to understand that a few candles would still need to print. Quite a few. Luke, can you tell us what introduced you to trading? What made you think this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life? I tell my stories all the time. It's just, you know, I gotta realize there's a constant flow of new people, right? It's like every year there's a new class coming in. Every year there's a new set of traders, constant flow of new people. So, yeah. He wears a medium word. So a dude that used to work for me, right? Used to work in my office. Just came in one morning and he was like, "Yup, you know what? I quit. I got this trading thing that I'm doing." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you heard of Forex?" I was like, "Nah, I wear a medium." And that was it. I loved it. I didn't like losing the money in the beginning, but there's no experience like it. There's no roller coaster like it. There's no teacher more valuable than this endeavor that I've undertook. I mean, there's just the massive value that it's brought to my life and my understanding of myself. I mean, I'm thankful for whatever road, you know, life took me on to get to where I could find something I'm good at, something I love doing, and something that I love sharing with others. But this is, nothing has, all right, here's how I look at it. In order to really grow in life, people really need to be humbled. They need to be humbled because that lets them take a pause, that lets them take a step back, and it lets them get a clear view of, you know, a clear peripheral of what's really going on. Because when people, you know, when you're not, if life hasn't humbled you at some point, life will humble you. But are you going to be ready for it? And Forex at some point has humbled me in here and in life overall to such a point where I've learned to take a step back and be okay with being humbled and, you know, realize, you know, that you're not the greatest ever. You're not the worst ever, but like no matter what successes you've had in life, you can always lose everything and there's always someone doing better than you. Right? Stop chasing shadows and stop trying to be better than someone, be worse than someone, and get on the grind. I tell that to you guys all the time. Right? The grind isn't versus anyone else. The grind is against poverty. That's the goal. So just, you know, once you go through a really humbling experience, and I don't care who you are, because there's doctors that show up here. There's police officers. There's people that have done well off in their life. They show up here and they can't get it and they stick to it and it takes them on a wild roller coaster as well. And it's a humbling experience no matter how much success you've had in life. right? No, I don't care who you are, whether you were successful or not. At some point, Forex will put everyone here on a level playing field, and it's just, it doesn't matter what else you've done in life. How can you apply your knowledge here to the charts? There are people here that have done massive things with their life, right? But then there's Don at 23 years old, right? Showing you how to make a milli here on stream. Tell me that don't humble like a 45-year-old fucking, professional, whatever they're in their career path. Like, And yes, the fitness journey is very similar, right? Except the fitness journey doesn't affect your pocketbook, it affects your body and how you appear, your appearance, right? Versus what the back end, what the back office looks like versus what the pocketbooks look like. Right? Because you're really gonna make two impressions on people. People are always like, oh, there's always only a first impression. No, there's not. Just everything is not based on the first impression. That's a myth. You always get two impressions, right? You always get the physical impression, and then you always get that material impression of a person and what they've been able to accomplish and what they've been able to achieve, or how well they're off, or like how they present themselves financially, right? So those are the two things that you initially judge people on. I don't care how you put it. I'm not like no those, like, that's how you judge people. You guys judge people on what money they have and how they look. Right? That's what makes trading and gym, right, and fitness very similar. Because those are the two things that people base their judgment off of when they're judging you. So your approach to those two things has to be very similar, and that's why people always compare those two things. Your approach must be similar in those things. I remember when there was only 50 people in here. Now there's 740 plus. Let's see all the value given is beyond helpful. Yeah, awesome. Except stop capping. There was never 50 people in here. It's lying, chat. It was 80. We started off with like the initial 80. No, you know what there was? I think the initial streams had like 60. You don't give me enough credit. There's so many people that think Forex is straight up gambling. I take Forex over the casino all week. I take Forex over not over a 9 to 5, over starting my own business any day of the week, because in Forex, 80 to 90% of my trades win, right? When you open up a business, the small business success rate, privately owned business success rate is roughly 40%, 30 to 40%, right? So you're taking a bigger risk opening up your own business than taking a trade. Well, not you, me. Like, that's what I'm saying to myself. I'm like, should I open up a business or just take another trade? Because the probability of me winning the trade are a lot higher than the probability of this business succeeding, regardless of what it is. But so what's the bigger gamble? You know what I mean? Stay in school and trade. Yeah, if you can have someone paying you like a guaranteed, and while you pick this up, right? While you don't have to, while a business doesn't depend on you and all of you, all your might, in order for the business to thrive, because then it's a lot of pressure. You need to thrive here. You need to excel in your business. It's too much pressure. Yo, my bad. I completely forgot you guys were here. Everyone's just hanging out. What up, Janaz? You know, Don Juan. And Don Juan walked away as soon as I brought him on screen.
What's going on?
Lloyd, what up?
That's good.
I forgot you guys are here. I'm over here just filling up the
That's all good.
conversation. Yeah, I don't know. We're coming up to out of market time here, fellas. It's just
What up?
what up? I feel like we might just, you know, if this next hourly doesn't move, we might range here. What I really wouldn't mind is this hourly closing. Oh, it just closed. I was gonna say closing doji. Let's see how it plays. When it comes down to 1892, I'm gonna stick around here maybe for like 10-15 minutes. I want to see if it plays nice, if it behaves. Okay, because this is the new hourly, just opened with no top wick. Yeah, if we can, you know, if we can come down here into 1891 areas, I'm gonna look for a buy. If this wick can come straight down here, and the faster it comes down there, the better off it is, because the faster it'll come back up. But if it just drives up here, then it drives up. If it ranges, it ranges. But we need steep wick to 1891. Shouldn't happen off one candle. Yeah, off one 5-minute candle. Should take a few 5-minute candles here. I'm gonna take my little 10 pips calling rate. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no little 10 pips. You're taking a W. You think I'm gonna, you should, that's how you should approach it. I think I'm gonna take my W and be done. Boom, 12 and done, right? Are your trades included in Don's signals? No, they're included in this stream. Does Don pay you? Yeah, on a bi-weekly basis. We have an agreement. I send him 4 feet picks. He sends me 10 pips. And they have to be in different socks. If I'm wearing the same socks as another picture, he doesn't pay me.
Dang, your sock collection must be nice.
Yeah.
Not even barefoot.
That's a weird fetish. Feet pics with socks on.
No, he likes these socks. I gotta wear them all day.
He likes them dirty.
Dora the Explorer socks
see.
are fire, yo. Stop playing. I had Ninja Turtle socks too.
Those actually sound dope.
They are. They're for 3 toes and shit. Like, fuck am I supposed to do with this shit? Toe looking like this.
Big bird feet looking things.
Word, yo, why my toes look like a pigeon? Yo, if it snows over here and I walk through the snow in them shits, people gonna be like, yo, there's a big ass fucking pigeon walking around. This is a life-size fucking mammoth pigeon. Somebody seen Big Bird? Oh man, I'm tired. Is this gonna happen? Is this gonna be the first Asian session evening this week that we don't get a trade?
Guess so.
Yeah, probably.
That's all right though.
Let's go. We went 5-0 this week in Asian.
And Fire Week, for real.
You missed the move. No. Yes. I don't know. It's like, you know, when somebody writes you a really long text message and you don't want to read it? Like, yes, no, I don't know, maybe. Whatever, sure. You're like, did you read my shit? I'm like, no.
Nope.
What is it? What is the message I saw the other day? It said, oh, I'm happy for you, or I'm really sorry that happened. I'm so happy for you, or I'm really sorry that happened. Because when it's some long shit, it's always like a weird story. We're just ranging here.
Yeah, it's not doing much.
Ideally, it comes back, grabs the quick. It's gonna be a while. I think London would be the move, pre-London. Chat. I think I'm gonna call it a stream here. We're past our closing bell. So, what we have on the agenda? Let's look at the news. Tomorrow. Ain't shit going on. Ain't shit due but the rent. If your rent's due the 18th. Outside of that, nothing going on. So we can get rid of that. Tomorrow morning, we are live for the last session of this week on Don Vo's channel. Green dropped the link. And join us there at 7 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you subscribe to that channel if you haven't done so yet, right? This way, and turn on your notifications. This way you know when we're live once it's live. And we will be back for everybody on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Same time, same place. And private session gang, Zoom gang, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Or Sunday Unfiltered. Alright. Alan, Tino, Janez, Lloyd, everybody in the Zoom. I hope to see you guys on Sundays. Sunday night football, yeah. That's right. Preseason. It won't be as important as the stream. Alright. Green, you should show up on Sunday as well. I don't know why you don't. What do you do on Sundays? Why are you not in the stream? You get the link.
Mod God. Sundays for rest.
Sunday family day. Man. No, I'm just kidding. Family sitting right next to him. Like, say it. I dare you. Say it. You ain't listening to him no more. Alright, chat. We're going to call it a stream. I'll see you guys. Private session, 8 p.m. Sunday. Everyone else, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning and Monday for this stream, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's been awesome. Love and wisdom to you all. Really, thank you. Thank you for showing up. Drop a like before you leave. And thank you guys for supporting. It's been a crazy week. Yep. It's been a good week, and it's been a really good month so far. It's only halfway done. Let's continue the streak next week. All right? I'll see you guys then. Oh, wait. I forgot to
Later, everybody.
I forgot to
See you guys.
I forgot to say. Just like that, another Asian session is in the books.